Hello Stampers, this is super awesome stamper Shirley Merker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wisconsin, USA. This is my demonstration video for our Global SU Share Fair for the February 2026 event. So I'm going to do a couple of different things, kind of all in the same style, just to point out how to use this Nest of Winter pre-printed pattern paper to the best of your ability. Okay, so to get started, I use the With You in Mind. Now this is a carryover set that is in the annual catalog. It's on a page that's got 4 different sets on it. So it's not a brand new one in the new annual catalog, but it is a carryover one. And I liked this set because it's photopolymer. It has coordinating bold images to go with the sentiments, and the sentiments have a large fun font, so you don't have to get everything perfectly straight with this font. So that's what I liked about it. And what else can I tell you right away? Oh, another thing, the punch, the circle punch. I have a pop of the Cajun Craze on all these cards to coordinate with the colors in the pattern paper, and some of them have got Cajun Craze throughout the cards. So it's got a pop of the Cajun Craze on a circle. Now we only have one circle punch in the annual catalog. It's the 1 7/8. But this circle punch, the 2 3/8, sorry, I don't have the centimeter on the punch here. It's the largest one we have. It is an online exclusive. There are a couple other circle punches that are only available online as well. So if you type in punches at the online store, you'll get all of the punches up. And all the punches I have kept over the years because they just keep on adding different sizes, and they're very handy to make a quick card. Okay, another tip I want to point out right away is this is actually a card base that I've already cut and scored. Can you see the score line? Oh, you can see it better on the other side. So I usually take full packages and cut and score them and put them in my Longaberger basket so they're ready when I'm ready to make a card. See, there's a score line, which leaves me sometimes without any paper to make layers with. And in this case, I'll probably use the whole thing. Let's just punch one out. And I will cut up, and I might put these pieces in my scrap bin because you never know what I can cut off as layers for those. But I wanted to share that even though I've scored that, when you put it in the embossing folder, and 5 of them can fit in at once. I wonder if I had 2 of them. Now, where did they go? No, not that one. Oh, maybe it's one right here. Well, when you emboss it, it kind of goes away. Oh, here's the line. Nobody's ever gonna know. There's the score line right there. I know it's there, but I'll probably cover up with some of the birding parts, so it doesn't really matter that it's pre-scored. So you can get 5 in this Damask Designs embossing folder. It's a 6x6. You can fit 5 and run it through your embossing machine at once. So I did 5. My 5th one's right there. I just punched that one out. But we're going to use several of these in our cards. So there's a couple of the tricks there. Now, going to do something different. I said on all the cards I'm going to show you. They're just quick variations, and the reason why I'm doing a lot of different cards is because here's the pattern paper that I'm cutting up. A lot of colorful birds, and I'm using cardstock and card bases to color coordinate with the birds that I cut out. So you can see right there, cut a few out. And I'm going to point out, I actually think the prettiest one of the bunch is this one right here. And it is cut off. Wish they would put that in the center, but they did not. I'm not on the Stampin' Up! Home Office design team. This is the one I put on the red card. All I did was cut some more of the fronds that were randomly put around the pattern paper, like maybe these here, and tucked them in there so nobody who gets this card is going to know that this bird, the frond was cut off. But don't forget to use, like this one I'm going to use, I'll probably put some, yeah, that's just a little bit of the tip, tail tip that's cut off. This one I used in my current kits in the mail. This one is pretty too, but that's cut off. That would be hard to disguise. Let me see here. Let's see what that looks like. You could probably just cut that bird. That would be okay. But I've cut a few more things, fussy cut already. I like to fussy cut full pages or full sheets because then they're ready to go when I need it. Here's something I fussy cut, so you can't really cover that up on a card, but you can certainly cut off that bird. All right, on the back of this pattern is Coastal Cabana pattern right there. All right, and as long as I am doing product run through, let's just run through the rest of it. This is a Nest of Winter, so here's the pattern I'm cutting up. And there's this one pattern, Pussy Willow buds there. Another pattern's got smaller birds, more details, more color variations. Backside is this green stripe. Using these on the front of the card. Backside of that are these, they kind of look like dandelions, but they're not. They kind of look like dill heads, but dill heads don't have white flowers. And then the last one is this one. So the backside is this, another Coastal Cabana pattern. So Nest of Winter, got a lot of fussy cutting options for you if you like a lot of colors. Don't want to have to do all the coloring yourself. All right, so all of the measurements for our cards will be included in the emailed PDF. So ask the demonstrator that invited you to this group to get that emailed PDF. It'll have the pictures and the supply list with measurements. So here's this pattern paper, all of them. Now I'm out of my tape runner, so we're going to be using liquid glue. And I did the standard layers, so making it easy, 4 by 5 1/4 for the metric. And then the next was going to be the craft. Now before I tap that down, we're actually, instead of doing a banner like that, we're going to stamp something on that chroma cake layer. Cajun Craze ink pad. We're going to stamp Happy Birthday. And I need to make sure I've got it high enough. I'm going to try to do this straight on camera. And the reason why I'm stamping on the crumb cake is because I just didn't like the starkness of the white. And see, I didn't do that, the well there, a basic white or even this birch look. Didn't like it. And since we've got lighter color cardstock, stamp straight up and down, no rocking, firming, commitment pressure around my camera stand and my light stands. Okay, so we're going to use this again, but I will just put this off to the side. That off to the side. Okay, this is going to be our next layer. So after I'm done with my video here, I will be cutting up the rest of that piece, making some additional cards, so maybe I'll put those photos on the PDF as well. Okay, now next I had this. Now I can just do the plain circle, but I really like a little bit of pizzazz. So we're going to do this next. And oh, before we do that, this is going to go underneath. These were just scrap pieces I had from cutting something else down. And it was actually 3 3/4 inches already wide in length. So perfect. I think I have to go up a little bit because I need space. I want to see those. But I want to make sure. Let's go up a little bit. Try to go up a little bit more. There. I want to see that pear right there. Okay. Now, embossed pieces. It's best if you've got liquid glue to use your liquid glue to attach that down. Get that straight on there. It's got this nice damask. Well, the embossing folder name is Damask Designs. It's got that nice old vintage wallpaper or upholstery look. And then we're going to pop those up in dimensionals. And if you didn't like the color combos, now there's quite a few that's kind of got neutral colors for the birds. You get out your coloring, your blend pens or watercolor pencils or markers and just color them up if you need them to be a little more color. Like this is a gray. The taupe. But if we wanted to bring more of that brownish look to it, we'll just get our blend pens and add whatever. Like here, you see the red on the wings and the top on the head feathers. Okay, now I have to make sure my little fronds and the bird tail are not over the sides of the card, so this will fit in. And I want to make sure we see those too. But I think that's a little severe. There. Look at that. Okay, so that's the outside of the card. Here is my sample card. Doing pretty similar things, right? And just use what you have. Go with the colors. Like the cardstock that I have, the layers, I didn't have to cut. Well, they were already in my scrap bin. I had to cut a little bit down, but I have this little piece right here that off the camera. Let's see. Did I plan to put that somewhere? Nope. Those are too similar. I can't tuck it there. And you can tuck it to fill in, but that's not weighted. I don't like it on the back side. Nope, not going to put it there. Okay, so that's the outside. And then the inside, what do I got in the inside here? Cupcake, because we got a happy birthday. All right, let's bring back our paper piercing mat. This is just so that we get a good transfer of the ink to the paper. This bird is over here, looking this way. I want it looking out. How about, does that kind of look weird? Let's put it up here. Now, I'm not going to use my liquid glue for the white piece because I think it kind of shows through a little bit. I'm going to grab my tear and tape. Again, I'm out of tape runner. I think actually Stampin' Up is out of tape runner. Waiting for an order of the Stampin' Seal. So I'm just using all my alternate tapes. Okay, and before I attach that down, yeah, we're going to put it up towards the top. So I have more room for the bird down below. And glue dot. Glue dots might be easier since this is, I cut it out, all those fronds there. Oops, didn't come off. Glue dots lately in the past few years have been super sticky. Frequently they stay on the backer sheet and don't want to come with the paper. You need to kind of force them off. Okay. Maybe, oh, I like it more, I like it more a little bit straight, like the twig is straight with the bottom of the paper. So there's the one card. Here's some sample card. Again, I was just color coordinating with the birds that we fussy cut out. Now, I've got a blue one, which I'm just going to do something a little different with. Show you kind of some tips and tricks again. So my first layer actually has the damask, and see, I should have put it in that way, but nobody's going to know that I put it in the wrong way because we're going to cover it up with this Night of Navy layer. And I actually am going to bone fold this because I like your layers to be perfect on the front, and if you don't fold first, sometimes they don't get on there with the same amount of background showing through. So that looks good. And then my next layer is going to be the Night of Navy. Again, just the standard layers, 1/2 centimeter down for metric and 1/4 inch down for imperial. And then, since I'm working on some scraps, got these two pieces. Now they are 2 inches tall, and for me I need it 3 3/4 inch wide, but using scraps. So what's going to happen is nobody is going to know. I'm not going to have the front of the bird not showing. So I'm going to layer this over that one. And then I'm going to layer this bird over the seam, and nobody's going to know that I used a scrap right there. But let's see, we need a little square. We need a square. We need a circle, sorry. Underneath that, like that. I'm also going to pop that up. And some dimensionals. Maybe one on each piece so it's stable in the envelope. And then I'm not going to put a sentiment on the outside because it's dark blue. I got a lot going on. I wonder if I'm going to put this up a little bit. Or was I going to? Oh, okay. So let me do the sentiment. All right. One thing I like about Photo Polymer is you can put them on your paper to see if they fit. This was a scrap, and I could actually fit the thank you or best wishes on this scrap. So we're gonna do a thank you card this time. I gotta make sure that's good and inked because I just have one shot here. I'll look over my, there. So just a subtle thank you. And then, did I want it up there? I think I decided I was going to put it in the inside because I don't want the double birds on the outside. So here's my scrap bins. I end up usually with a lot of strips. Do I want to put some blue strips on there for some additional background, or these are the wood look, like close up. Do I want them up there? Nope. All right, so what I think I'm going to do is just fussy cut. I'm gonna make just a custom background on this one. And that one just happened to be wide enough. Yep. Yep. To kind of fill in that space. Add a custom background. Okay, and then that. This is going to tuck under that piece. I'm going to put that right there. Oh, maybe up a little bit. And then the birds, we'll cover that up right there. Okay. drawn right there. So that need a little bit of glue. That might bother me. There. Okay. Then inside we'll put the thank you and this bluebird. Nice, right? Okay, so all of the measurements for these cards, now I'll just put the measurement for my one card, the basic card, in that PDF that we assemble for our viewers. Make sure you contact the demonstrator that invited you to the Global SU Share Fair for your copy of that emailed PDF. And what am I doing here? And there are 3 to 4 other projects on that PDF. All using current Stampin' Up! Products from the annual catalog. I'll put that down there. Or the January to April 2026 catalog or online exclusive. So all using the latest products. Okay. So repeating some of the outside and inside, I really like that. Got 3 less scraps on my bin. And last would be, oh, I don't have, so I have the thank you. So thank you could either be the stem, the heart, the star, or the daisy, but I don't think I'm going to put anything on there. I think there's enough in this card that I don't need to put an additional stamp. You got to have some place to put their name and your name, right? Okay, so these are my cards. I'll put the dimensions for this card in that PDF. Again, uses the With You in Mind. That's a carryover in the annual catalog. So that's it. Go to my blog, superawesomestamper.com, for more inspiration and product ordering. And we will stamp with you soon.